Hey guys, I'm at Evergreen Lake and this is my field trip tour. Alright, so to start off, my biotic factors for this ecosystem were this evergreen tree, and then fish, frogs, flies, worms, and birds. Alright, and then my abiotic factors for this ecosystem were water, soil, sunlight, wind, and then also dissolved oxygen in the water. All right, so now I'm going to kind of talk about how all these factors interact with each other. So starting with this evergreen tree, the tree uses carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight to perform photosynthesis. Also, the soil gives the tree necessary nutrients it needs to survive. The tree also creates oxygen for all the animals to breathe in. And the tree provides shelter for the flies, the birds, and the frogs. Okay, so moving on to how some of these animals interact with each other. Starting with the birds. The birds eat the worms that are in the soil, and the worms in the soil get their nutrients from the soil. The frogs eat the flies, and then the fish in the lake eat the frogs. All right, so another abiotic factor was the wind. And so basically the wind works to spread the tree's seed so that it can reproduce. Also, another method of reproduction for this tree would be when the birds eat its seeds, and then they can spread those around to also help it reproduce. Okay, and lastly, as far as dissolved oxygen in the water, typically fish do best in a dissolved oxygen level of 8 to 9 parts per million. So basically, if that oxygen level gets too low, then that can affect the fish's survival rate and population size. And that's the end of my field trip tour.